Hey everyone, have you ever looked at an old map? They're full of strange beasts, from dragons to sea serpents. Were these monsters real or just made up? Let's dive into this monster map mystery. For centuries, maps weren't just for showing mountains and rivers, they were filled with pictures of scary monsters. Look at this one. It's a map of Africa, and those aren't clouds in the sky. They're flying creatures called sea moves. See that big guy with wings like an eagle and the body of a lion? That's a griffin. He's supposed to be watching over the treasure of the Ethiopian king. A little farther down, you can see a nasty-looking fish monster that looks like it could swallow a whole ship. This is a sea monster called a Lukian. These monsters didn't just appear on maps of Africa. They were on maps all over the world. Take a look at this one. It's a map of Asia. In the top left corner, there's a fierce-looking beast with a human head and a snake's body. That's a Chinese dragon. And right next to it, there's a bird monster with sharp claws and teeth. That's a roc. According to legend, the roc had a wingspan of up to 120 feet. That's as wide as a football field. The roc was so big that when it flapped its wings, it could blow a ship off course and then snatch up the sailors. But why were these monsters on maps? Some say the monsters were real, and the maps are warning us that they still exist today. Take the Loch and Champ, for example. This map from the 1500s shows a scary-looking fish monster with sharp teeth and a big, scaly tail. It says the Loch Ness Monster lives in a lake in Scotland. Could this monster be real? Maybe. There have been lots of reports of a mysterious creature living in Loch Ness. People call it the Loch Ness Monster, or Nessie for short. Nessie is a huge snake-like monster with a long neck and humps like a camel. So far, no one has been able to prove that Nessie is real. But some people believe she is hiding in Loch Ness. What about the griffins? They look like big birds with the heads and wings of eagles and the bodies of lions. They also have sharp talons and beaks. This map claims that griffins live in the mountains of Ethiopia. Griffins are supposed to be fierce and strong, and they can attack anyone who tries to steal their treasure. But are griffins real? Nobody knows. Some people believe they're just a myth, while others think they might be a type of eagle or vulture. What about the sea serpents? These are some of the most famous monsters on old maps. Look at this one. It shows a giant serpent rising out of the sea. Sea serpents are supposed to be huge, longer than ships, and as thick as trees. Just like the other monsters, nobody knows if sea serpents are real or not. But there have been lots of reports of mysterious sea creatures that could be sea serpents. Maybe the old maps aren't as crazy as we think. Maybe they're trying to tell us that these monsters really exist. But there's another explanation. Some people believe the monsters were put on the maps to scare people away from exploring. If you were a brave explorer, you might be scared to sail into monster-infested waters. The monsters could also help sailors know where they were. After all, a map with monsters is a lot more interesting than one without. People like the idea of scary monsters, so maybe that's why we keep hearing about them today. So what do you think? Were the monsters real or just made up? Let me know in the comments below. And if you want to learn more about monsters, stay tuned for more information.